Hi guys, and welcome to Unbox Anything. Today we'll be looking at the pros and the cons of the Sony D2203. So the phone does go for about 100 now. I have had this phone for 3 years, so I thought I might do a pros and cons. I did do a 3-year review just looking at how it's been treated in the last 3 years, and if you want to check that out, that's on my channel. Should be up before this video actually, so it should be behind this video. Okay, moving on. So yeah, we'll just take a look at the pros and the cons. The first pro is the material of the phone. The first pro is that the material of the phone is really great. So I've had it for 3 years. I have not had a case for it, but as you'll see, there's no cracks or anything. I mean, the buttons still work properly, which is great, and that part still works, earphone still works, everything. I've not had a case like 3 years, seriously, and the screen's not smashed in or anything, so the screen still works perfectly, which is great. Seriously, like the amount of times I've dropped it, you'd think that the screen will crack in. This phone, like I said in the 3-year review video, is like the 3310 of Sony. It's really a great phone, seriously. Yeah, so the phone itself, the material it's made out of is really great. Also, the another pro of the phone is that it's super light. Obviously, it's a small phone, but that doesn't mean it should be super light. I've seen some phones that are really heavy, but this one's really light, which is great. So just take a look inside as well. 1 second. Okay, so as you see inside, it's obviously alright. You can obviously put an SD card, and the other one of the cons of the phone is that it does have a small internal memory. So if you get it, you'll have to get an SD card, unless you're not planning on taking pictures or anything. If you're just planning on using it as a contact thing, like you just want to use WhatsApp or save numbers or receive calls, then that's fine. But if you're planning on using it as a daily phone and you want to have your pictures taken on it, then I'll suggest you probably get a thingy. You should probably get an extra external SD card so you can have more space on the phone. That's the con, but you don't blame me, because by the time the phone actually came out, there weren't a lot of phones with a lot of internal memory like now. So I'll just go ahead and unlock it. So another pro of the phone is that the phone never drags or anything. So you never catch the phone slowing down or anything. It does work really fast. I've never had issues where the phone freezes. It's almost like it's not an Android phone, because most Android phones, you know, you'd expect them to constantly freeze and stuff. But this one has never actually frozen on me when I'm using it, so which is great. So you just have to keep that in mind. Well, obviously, unless if you download lots of apps like stuff like that'll probably slow it down, but I've not had any issue in it slowing down or anything. Yeah, another pro of the phone I would say is that the brightness is really great. I mean, that's the highest brightness. As you see, it's really bright for a phone of its you know, the phone by the time it came out, because obviously back then when it came out, I think it was around it was quite a few years ago when it came out. Most phones had low brightness, whereas this one has really high brightness, which is great. So those are some of the pros and the cons. Another con is that it doesn't let you play basically HD videos, which is not good. It only lets you play up to 480p, so it doesn't let you play 720p or anything, but it depends on what video you find. Most videos will show properly. I'll just load one of my sister's videos for you to have a look. Okay, so if you come here on YouTube, it will 1 second. It will show 140p. It will only show 480p, but probably because I've not updated the app. But if you go on the websites where you watch films and stuff like that, it will let you watch films in HD over there. But on YouTube, unless you update it, which actually does take up a lot of space because the phone has a lot internal memory, so be careful when you install that. Yeah, so just make sure you don't update a lot of apps on it, because what's going to happen is that you are going to lose a lot of space, which is not going to be good for you. So I would suggest that you turn off auto update in your Play Store, so that way it doesn't automatically update, which will take out all your space. So yeah, those are some of the pros and the cons of the phone. The phone is great. It does work properly. Sound system works great. See, that works perfectly. I would give a phone a 9 out of 10 for it. By not comparing to anything, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It's a perfect phone, like for its price, the way it is and everything. The screen's considerably enough for you. You can actually watch films. When I first got it, when my phone used to die and I was out on the bus or something, I would watch Netflix on this. It was perfect, okay, because it doesn't even take a lot of internet, so you can just watch stuff on it, because it doesn't really, it's a great phone, really. It's one of those things that, you know, it's not new, it's not old, it's just there and it's great, okay? It's great just the way it is, basically. You know, I've got my Uber here, I've got my Uber app there. You can literally use all the latest apps. Just like I said, you just have to keep in mind that you don't update it, you don't put automatic updates, because what will happen, they'll eat up all your space. which will not be great for you. And the other thing, the another con is that when you get the phone, for some reason and because of Play Google, it will install a lot of apps that you don't need that might take up your space, like Office Suite there. If you get the phone and it starts installing these apps automatically, it's because Sony or Play Google, probably Play Store had some contract to make sure these apps get installed when you get the phone. But what you do, just you go in settings and you start installing all the apps you don't want that have been installed on, and just get rid of them basically, which will make your life easier because you'll have more data on the phone. So I hope I've been helpful with this review. Obviously that was the Sony Xperia D2203. You can get one. A used one is around 70 pounds, and a brand new one is probably 100, which is like weird, like I said, because that was the same price I bought it 3 years ago, so it doesn't lose its price, so the price is not really lowering. Probably a great phone, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.